Homework Assistance, Over-the-Shoulder Strategy presented by Project Rise. Over-the-shoulder strategy can be used during homework time to assist students who need help with an assigned task. The teacher verbalizes and models the thinking process and the steps of a task so that the student can see how to complete the assigned task. The student also thinks aloud as he or she verbalizes and attempts the steps involved in the skill, while the teacher continues to model and prompt the student throughout the process. Steps in over-the-shoulder strategy. Over-the-shoulder strategy is a way to guide children who need assistance and help them discover the answer. The first step involves standing behind the child and asking them to read the item or question that they're having trouble with out loud. The next step is to discuss how to solve the problem with the child. The third step in the strategy is to model the steps involved in answering that type of question. And the final step is to give feedback as the child attempts to do the same steps with the actual question. Over-the-shoulder strategy steps 1 and 2. Staff member asks the child to read the question and/or instructions that he or she is having trouble with. Staff member and students then discuss possible ways to answer the question.
Okay, Andrew, this is why I wanted to see it. Read the question for number 2. What does it say?
What event took place first? The California Gold Rush or the Civil War?
Okay, you have both dates and the years that they were in, but it's asking you what?
What took place first?
Which?
First, the staff member asked the child to read the question. She said, "Read the question for number 2. What does it say?" Then the staff member and student discuss possible ways to answer the question. She says, "Okay, you have both dates and the years that they were in, but it's asking you what?" And the student answers, "What takes place first?" Over-the-shoulder strategy steps 3 and 4. Staff member models the thinking and steps involved in solving a similar type of question. The staff member then watches and gives feedback as the child attempts to do the same steps with the actual question.
You have it written down. The Gold Rush took place in 1849 and the Civil War in 1861. Which of those dates?
I said it was first. It says it was in 1849 and the Civil War was in 1861 to 1865.
I know, sweetie, but it's not asking you to name both dates. It's telling you to, out of those two, which one came first in a timeline. Does that make sense? 1849, the year 49, comes before the year 1861. If I told you what year came first, 2007 or 2010, which one came first?
2007.
2007. So that's what it's asking you. You're not to name both. It's asking you to pick which one came first in the timeline, which is California Gold Rush. So you need to fix number 2.
The video clip shows a staff member modeling and thinking all the steps involved in answering the question. She says it is not asking you to name both dates, it is asking which of those 2 dates comes first in the timeline. If I told you which year comes first, 2007 or 2010, which one comes first? And the student answers 2007. The staff member then watches and gives feedback as the child attempts to do the same steps with the question. California Gold Rush was 1849 and the Civil War was 1861. Now pick which took place first on the timeline, and the student answers California Gold Rush. Now that you have seen how easy it is to use this strategy in after school, we hope that you will start using it to support students who need assistance with homework.